Hi guys. I wanted to do a quick video to introduce what we're going to be doing today. So today is the first day of our new unit, which is exponential functions. So by the end of the unit, you will be able to graph exponential functions just by looking at their function. So today we're going to be doing tables in order to graph, and then we're going to be looking at what do we notice about the graph and what happens to it when we add or subtract to the function itself, or if we multiply the function by something. So we'll be looking at that. We're going to be exploring the graphs today and what do we notice about what's happening to the graph as we manipulate it. And then that will lead us to the next lesson, which I didn't want to put too much together because it is similar to absolute value graphs, but it's also different at the same time. So I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with too much information at once. So the next class, what we're going to be doing is we will look at the general formula of an exponential function. We'll break it down, and then we'll talk about how to graph off of that function just by interpreting what we see. So we don't have to make tables because, as you'll see, exponential functions, the graphs can be a little bit challenging if we don't know how to interpret things that are happening to it. So exponential functions are actually very, very relevant for what is happening in the world today. So sorry if you can hear my dog and my kid in the background. So the coronavirus actually has an exponential trend. So scientists and mathematicians have been viewing the data that's been coming in, and they can see the trend of the graph. And so you'll be able to actually understand what those graphs mean, as we go through the unit. Also in this unit, we'll be talking about exponential growth, exponential decay, and why that's relevant in the real world. So not only do scientists use it, but pharmacists, they use it because medications have, how medications wear off after time. So that's actually called its half-life, which is an exponential function. So what you'll need for today as we go through is you will need your notebook. We're only going to I need to introduce to you a new vocabulary word, and it's different, and it sounds silly, but it's called an asymptote. So I know the name sounds funny, silly, haha, Google, laugh it out for now. But it's important with this function. This is the only function that we're going to study this year that has asymptotes. As you get into the higher math classes, you'll be dealing with them more then. So we'll be introducing the vocabulary word, what it means, and then I'll do like 2 examples with you, and then you're going to be exploring the graphs by creating tables yourselves. So you will need paper, something to write with, a calculator, and then after you complete that, we're going to do what do you notice, what do you wonder, and we'll talk about what we noticed, what happened with the graphs and specific points as we manipulated the function. And then you will be asked to graph one exponential function and present it on Flipgrid, and that will count as your classwork participation grade for today. As always, I'm available through email, Google Hangouts, or Google Meet. I'm going to set up a Google Meet, I believe, because I haven't set it up yet, but what I would like to use for the chat name would be Greenway North. So I'm going to set those up for my individual classes because I think that would be easier in smaller groups. So feel free to jump on there. You guys can work it out together, or, I'll be checking in because I also have my pre-algebra classes that I'll be working with today. So you'll be able to, I'll check in with you guys on the chat, or you can email me. Okay. So all of these directions are going to be on the lesson plan template that's in your Google Classroom that you access to actually click the video. So go to the template and click on the next thing that we'll be working on. See you soon.